The pediatrician finally sent us to a neurologist, and he told us that her cerebellum was underdeveloped. When her speech therapist told us that First Steps was going to end when she turned 3, and I said, "What are we going to do?" She said, "Have you ever heard of United Services?" When we walked in, there was just this really good feeling of warmth and welcome and love. And
they helped me realize he could be safe and loved and have a good time at school. When he was about 6 months old, Sam had some blood tests done that revealed that he has a partial deletion on his 6th chromosome.
You know, when Sam got his diagnosis, as a father, you've got a son, you have all these dreams of you know, you're going to play baseball and football, and then you get the diagnosis that you're confirmed that you know that there's some differences. And it's just a mourning process, and you know, realizing that, you know, life isn't over, it's just a different life than you anticipated.
My mom she was trying to figure out which appropriate preschool to send me to, and that's when that teacher suggested United Services.
We found out when she was born, and the doctor said, "Oh, you have a Down syndrome baby." We found out about United Services through the St. Louis Regional Center. When we first got here, she was 2 or 3 months old, so she was very little. I think as parents of special needs children, we're all over the place sometimes. We can be very anxious when we don't know what's going to happen or what's coming next. So they were very calming, and they all knew what to do when we got there.
Through Missouri First Steps, there was a program that was being done here at the United Services West in Darden Prairie. It's called Kidding Around, and they started about 2.5 years of age.
The Kidding Around program was great because it was kind of our first, you know, involvement and inclusion. And in the early stages, we really didn't even realize how important that was.
Being in an all-inclusive environment, I was with peers that were just like me, and I could be who I was. During my years here, I remember racing down the hallways in the little roller scooters. I met a lot of people and made a lot of friends. And during that time, it made me realize that now that I can do pretty much anything.
My best memory of United Services is the staff and professionals that they have. It's just a loving and caring environment. We always felt welcome, kind of put a cocoon around you and take care of you.
It was almost like they took as much joy out of Sam's victories as we did as parents.
United Services has influenced me with helping me reach my goals for later in life.
The first time Loretta ever walked, she was 4 years old, and we were here at United Services. When we walked out, she walked out, and it was pretty awesome.
His occupational therapist was phenomenal, and in the end, he actually had artwork published in a calendar.
I think United Services challenges the kids, and they realize that part of their role is to get them ready for the next step in their education process.
The past 6 years determined one of the most important things to us for Sam is for him to be a part of this community.
I'm actually currently a junior at Lindenwood University, majoring in physical education. Next, I hope to hopefully finish college and be a coach in either basketball or track, primarily with people with disabilities.
Right now we're planning for after high school, transitioning into the workforce, living by herself or in a community home, and they are always open to questions. And if they don't have the answer, they'll always say, I will find out and I'll get back to you, and they always do.
Our life was changed when Loretta started at United Services because we were able to see that we were not alone and we weren't the only family who was going to have a child with challenges.
I encourage anyone with preschool age kids to consider United Services. It's a bigger world in here than you'd think it would be, because you are introducing your children to all people.
If United Services was a human being and I could talk to her face to face, I would just want her to know how grateful I am.
I would tell her to continue with her actions of bringing more individuals in to give them the same experiences that they gave me.
As a family, thank you for being there for us every step of the way.
If United Services was a human being, I think I'd say thank you for welcoming us to your family, because that's what they make you feel. They just bring you in, take care of you, and make you feel that everything is going to be okay. The advice I would give to someone with a special needs child would be to run to United Services.